You know you messed up, right? Ah, academics. You finally messed up enough that it might be the end. He's been banned from Twitch. His sponsors are dropping him. And we're just getting started. It's less than 48 hours in. Now, I caught this story the other day on a small YouTuber's channel, right when it happened, academics talking highly inappropriately to a 15-year-old boy.
If Max said he wanted to try dude, would you let you?
No, 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 no.
Now, that's just a piece of it. Obviously, I want my video here monetized, but academics they're on a Discord server playing a game. He's beefing with that Plague Boy Max, I guess. So Plague Boy Max and this kid are close. And so academics and them are trolling him, saying, we're going to send you a grown woman for you to lose your V word with. And then the kid is like, well, I'm 15. That's inappropriate. But they won't let it go. And they say, you won't SD? You never S to D? Would you let Plague Boy, you say you want Plague Boy Max right beside you, that's your homeboy, you love him, you wouldn't let him F you? You could have him inside of you then. Well, doesn't matter, he's a boy, he's 15. I was never one of those people. I'm not into, when I hear people facilitate, oh, my nephew was 16 and we took him to a hooker. I check people if they even tell me a story like that. That's inappropriate. That's MOLES station. It's not okay. Doesn't matter if it's a boy. I think my cousin, his mother, when he was like over, there's a troubled household. 2 cousins, they're brothers. They're much older than me. When the one, the tough big one, was 13, I think, if I remember, I'm pretty sure that his mother, my aunt, facilitated him with one of her friends. And then the other one, his brother, who has had a sad life, was running away from home, never really learned to read and write that great. Think he may have hepatitis C. Enjoyed the company of other men. I don't know if it was because something happened to him. Thanksgiving dinner when he was like 12. I don't think I was even alive. Maybe I was a newborn baby. He tells the family, I sold my virginity to the next door neighbor. It's awful, right? So I've never accidentally crossed paths with 15-year-olds on the internet. I mean, I'm on the internet a lot. Why are you playing video games with little kids and and this is the thing, anybody might say something inappropriate might slip out your mouth. This went on. He said about 8 inappropriate things. It may actually be illegal. I mean, if there were DMs of me or a video of me talking to a 15-year-old girl saying, oh, you wouldn't let my boy F you? I mean, that sounds like To Catch a Predator activities. And you could say, oh, well, I was just trolling and one of the boys, we're treating him like one of the homies. Let me tell you something. I've been a man my whole life. Well, I was a boy first and I was a man. And always have been friends with rough type guys, talk crazy. All that weird sex talk doesn't really go on like that. Like, that's not what normal 30-year-old men don't talk to 15-year-old boys about sex. They don't. For what? It's weird. What you gonna talk about with them? The boy's mother supposedly wants an investigation. He's stupid and out of control, like a lot of people get nowadays on the internet, because you keep getting away with stuff. Somebody should have did something to him for him in general.
DJ Akademiks is a meatball to me, so he said stuff. He said some stuff about Chicago, rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, he's a buster. He's a weirdo. Niggas will whoop his ass in real life. He behind the camera and
such a unlikable personality. Who likes Akademiks? Do you like Akademiks? What about him is there to like? Not anything. He gives no information, gossip like a woman, drunk, talking greasy on the internet like he's tough. And he brings no value to. He's much more dislikable than, say, Adam 22 or Vlad. And in fact, Adam 22 and Vlad, kind of neutral on both of them. But they do interview people. I mean, Vlad interviews people. It's a hell of a library of interviews. And it's professional. I mean, you may or may not find it interesting, but, Vlad, Akademiks' whole stock and trade is totally, at this point, I guess he was on his negativity. He was on that everyday struggle where he had to sit up close with the rappers. There's Jeezy checking them.
Things that they're putting in their music is, we're going to run off on the plug. We're going to take this. We're going to take that. But you laughing because it's funny because you on the show. But you ain't saying that shit when your little homie getting his head knocked off, nigga.
You're right because that is one of the things.
Absolutely, I know I'm right. You ain't never been there. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. But
my favorite thing to talk about now, or the most important thing, we also be thinking about the impact of technology on the culture. Akademiks is a creature of social media. He only can exist because of technology, because of the internet. He's not somebody that would have been on a television show or in a movie or a news broadcaster prior to the advent of, not just internet, social media, specifically YouTube, which gives a voice to people that wouldn't normally have a voice, which can be good. It can be bad. I disliked him from the first time I saw his war in Chirac content, talking about people killing each other like it's a joke. I mean, I talk about people killing each other. It's topical, it's important. But talking about those guys in Chicago like it was a joke, bad person, but he made money off of it. So now the chickens are coming home to roost. When people don't like you, but you generate money, you're tolerated, and people do stuff with you. But it's like people love this downfall of so many celebrities these days, or personalities, because they really don't like them. They're just famous or they're popping. It's a difference between people liking you. Like, I walk around freely. People come, hey, Al, I like what you do. I don't do anything in particular to make anybody upset at me. But a lot of this internet content, and it's across all demographics and genres. White comedians are threatening each other and talking crazy to each other. White women, black women, every demographic. Asian rappers, everyone's threatening each other, talking bad about each other because it's easy. They don't have really anything real to talk about. And there's a whole low end of America. I don't know who watches Akademiks, black incels or something. I don't know who is. I mean, he doesn't do music reviews. He just did that weird, thing with Drake and LeBron, where Drake was the one helping LeBron cheat on his wife. What is you want to say that in public? I mean, what? He's a bitter groupie to rappers, so he likes to talk bad about him. But this, I've never engaged. Have you? To the men watching this, have you been sitting around with 15-year-olds? And it's not like he's 21, like he's just barely out of the kid's demographic. He's in his 30s. All that sex play, and it went on and on. It went on for several minutes. And then he didn't even want to say sorry. That's what, so he finally said sorry, and then, of course, he did the classic narcissist apology of, if something I did bothered you, I'm sorry. Well, that's not the same thing as saying, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings or whatever. Don't let anybody talk to you like that and say, if it made you mad, then I'm sorry. Nah, bitch, you did something you're supposed to be sorry for. So music is over with. So Akademiks, No Jumper, all these... Vlad was smart. He saw it early. He migrated from music to talking to music people to talking to other people. Early. He saw the writing on the wall. But now with AI, what? Music's done. Now, there'll be people that make music that get some notoriety because of their antics or their personality or the way they look. That's why everyone new that comes out has to look some bizarre way or do something crazy. You're a real active gang member? You just got out of prison for murder? Okay, well, I'll listen to your song. Remember when they put out that Drake AI song and they got it right off the internet because it sounded just like a hit song from Drake? as we speak, and this will continue through by the end of the year, you'll probably see it, the writing on the wall. You could pick 50 Drake songs that you like, just to the style of beat and what he's talking about. Put them in an AI and say, make me a song like this. It'll make the beat, it'll write some lyrics, and it'll make the voice. It won't be quite as good as a Drake song, but it'll get the job done. Dope fiends say fentanyl ain't as good as H, but I can't tell. It's took over the streets. It gets the job done at a much cheaper price, so it takes over the market. That's what we're gonna. I mean, the music sounds like AI now. All these artists sound the same. All these street rap stuff. It's like one continuous song. And the only thing you know about any of the people is when they get killed, or, that's so-and-so, or there's some real killers, or they're the real Crips, or they're the real this or that. It's nothing to do with the music. So Akademiks, who ostensibly is supposed to be DJ Akademiks, supposed to be talking about music, there's nothing to talk about other than gossip stuff. But even that is going to go away because there's not going to be we're not going to know who the artists are enough to even care to hear gossip about them. Who's the last, what music people really have popped off? Cardi B? I mean, that was like 6 years ago. And she got famous for being on that show and running her big mouth. Now, she did come out, I guess, with some catchy songs, but that's why these people aren't dropping albums. They say Rocky hasn't dropped an album in 6 years. Now he's on trial. Forgot he existed, except he's on trial for shooting his own boy, shooting at him. Why drop an album? For what? It's not gonna make any big money. So, will Akademiks come back from this? He's gonna be one of those things you may think, I would miss Akademiks. I watch, I see his stuff, but it's one of those things that when it goes away, you won't really notice it's gone because it's really not much to it. I truly don't understand. Is he just running off fumes of when he was big, like when he was on, they let him host BET Awards, if that makes you big? You want to see a shady caliber of human beings be in the city where the BET Awards is at. Yikes. Junior Dope Man Horror of the Week special. Trust me. Low Life Central. So he was the ringmaster of Low Life Central. Then he was on the Everyday Struggle, which was goofy with that Joe Budden. And that ended. So is he just running on the fumes of the fame of that? Or what? What do these people talk about on these podcasts?
No.
Look at the look on that look. No.
No. No. No.
Just like molester vibes. Come on. To Catch a Predator. And he's hit women in public. There's video of him slapping up a girl. See, those sex crimes, they say, are not about sex. They're assaults. They're about a weak-feeling person, physically inferior, attacking a child, a woman, because they are weak as a man. We've seen Akademiks hit women in public. He has that girl that's trying to say she got raped at his house. Now, I think she's trying to get money, but what everyone agrees on is she did get ran up in his house. So you got a girl over at your house who's not some floozy, a girl that has been seeing you for a year, comes over, you fall asleep drunk, your boy's runner, and you watch it on camera. Kind of weird. You're watching the video. Fits the pattern of what abuse is, right? He's trying to make that kid feel. Look, the kid is not acting like it's a joke or they're trolling and it's fun and funny because he's saying, no, stop, I'm 15, that's inappropriate, I can't do that, that's grooming. He's telling you to stop. He's telling you no. Oh, no means yes. To Catch a Predator, the predator may have been caught, and his name is DJ Akademiks. If you're interested, I advise you to go Google. I'm not putting no clip in here because it'll mess up the monetization because what he says is so ridiculous. But it's about can my boy F you and this and that? You know, that's not even, those aren't really jokes to like say to a stranger, first of all. Like I wouldn't, listen, I make all type of harsh, wild jokes to my friends in person, but like saying things to strangers, much less a stranger who's a child, and on the internet, but, you know, so he may have gone too far, and then he has such a, he's one of these people with these very unlikable personalities. I don't understand why he always has an annoying tone, is I'm big act, and just not a likable person. So it seems like there's a lot of bitterness towards him that's coming out. People want to see him fall. He's doing it to himself. What's your thoughts? I mean, when I say I don't like academics, remember, the world is full of bad people doing bad things. Academics or whoever you think is bad, no jumper flag, are not very high. Obviously, on the list of anything bad going on, if they're even bad, they're not anything at all. So let me not. But now, academics, by his actions doing this, of traumatizing this kid, I mean, think about if you would, you have sons, nephews, would you want your 15-year-old daughter to get talked to like this in public? Then she got to go to school? What are the kids going to say? If it was a girl, would there be any question it was inappropriate? It doesn't make it okay because it's a boy. Plus, he's not even it's not like he's some man-child overgrown boy that you're like, oh, well, yeah, you're 15, but really you're 20. He's, a little kid. What are your thoughts? Do you like academics? Is this his end? What do you think should happen?